in my step.
Damu, Kiwe conversation. The only place you gonna get it is the only place you gonna get Big U.
Wes. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe conversation. It's DUSE M's the dime. We back at you like a crack at you. You know what I'm saying? Like a crack addict. Should I say rapper MaxB cooperated. A Harlem, New York rap. This is the story of a nigga that was the wave who brought in the tide. But the tide that the wave brought in was a wave of rats. This is what's going on nowadays, and Harlem just seems to just love them. New York as a whole, but specifically, Harlem just seems to accept. I'm talking about no repercussions. Niggas could tell with impunity in Harlem. As long as you from Harlem, it's good to tell on anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's bull. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, my nigga, that's just what we do, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know, upstate Manhattan, you know, old Harlem, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get into it. So MaxB rapper, a lot of y'all might not have heard of him, but make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. On the trail to 10K, we ain't sparing no rats. We ain't holding no hands with no busters. But MaxB recently was released, man. You know what I'm saying, from prison. You know, he had a enormous amount of time to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's see some of this. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know who MaxB is, let's see some of this real quick, man. We got
YouTube.
Hang that like button. Let's go. Shout out Chick Smooth. You know what it is.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh, man. Well, that did not take too long. This morning, MaxB was released from prison. And if anybody thought MaxB was going to just sit down at home, chill with his family, and maybe not pop out for a couple months, well, you're wrong. Max is hitting the streets. He's got an official welcome home party tonight, so of course he's got a touchdown at the Jets game. Max gave the People's Gallery his first unofficial interview at the game.
You should have kept song. Yeah. All right, love you all. It's wet. This feels nice. This is nice. No, the game ends at 1. Kick off at 1 o'clock. Oh, yeah, we're about to stand up. We outside. Hey, I'm making that NFL network right now, man. We on the network. The wave. Rest in peace. We out here. What's going on? We outside. So we go to damn. What's good, baby? You got my jersey? What's good, baby? How you doing, bro? Yo, man. Yo. I'm waiting on you.
Hey, how you doing today?
What's good, beloved? Max Biggerville.
What's your name? Where you from?
Max Biggerville, New York, New York.
Yes, sir.
Fresh out the can.
Damn.
Off of 18 stretch.
Damn.
They gave me 7 and 5, but I'm back.
Yes, sir. You're back. And describe your fit for us right quick.
Oh, man, it's Louis Vuitton. Head to toe. All the way down to the sneaks. To the fanny pack. I'm here.
Okay.
We fanny pack. Oh, wow.
I feel righteous.
This nigga's a clown, bro.
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
This nigga's a baboso, payaso. This nigga said, nigga with the fanny pack, Louis Vuitton fanny pack. You cornballs would think such as manly and cool, but it's not. Nasty work. This nigga really a clown.
I'm grateful.
Okay.
I'm thankful.
Love that.
It's good.
Okay, Max, you give anybody a styling tip? What would it be?
Listen, man, just be yourself. Get what you can afford. Get what you can afford. Be yourself and wear what you wear. If it look good on you, own it.
Okay. Right? We love that.
Yeah.
When you building your fits, what do you start with?
Listen, man, I start with the drawers. I need Egyptian cotton. I got polo Egyptian cotton on me up under here. I need Egyptian cotton. I start with the drawers.
Okay, okay.
Then I do the socks.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it. Then I do the tee. And then work my way around.
We love that, we love that, we love that. Yes, sir. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, New Jack City.
Damn, wow.
Cause he looked up to Nino Brown. That's my guess.
Man, it just is. It's in New York.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a cultural movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And every time I see it, I watch it.
Okay, okay.
Right?
What's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
That's a hard question. I don't think I can answer that. Because I got so many.
Okay,
All
okay,
right,
okay.
But I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
I'm my favorite.
Ooh, okay.
Me.
So what kind of... Is there any new artists or anybody out there you want to work with?
Listen. Anybody that can keep up with the boss dog. Right? Anybody that's an A-lister.
Okay.
Anybody that got a sack. Balls. Look me up, I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you wavy. If you got a catalog and it don't got no boss dog in it, you're now cipher. Get with your boy.
And let the people know your zodiac sign.
I'm a Gemini.
Big Gemini. You see the boy.
It's two of me.
Yeah. Welcome home, Max.
All right,
yes, sir.
Now, one person that people do want to see MaxB sit down with is Cameron. Off rip, Cam showed him a lot of love on social media. He posted this video saying the wave has touched down. Cam also posted this video to his IG story. So you have to imagine maybe sometime next month, there's going to be an interview out there with MaxB and also Cameron. Some fans might think Cam is being petty. Others might think Cam is just showing love. Either way, we're going to be getting some good content soon. You guys get in the comments below. I will continue keeping you guys updated. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
I can't make this shit up.
You can't, bro.
This nigga got a cape to get a cut with all his tapes.
See Coke Wave down there?
Nah, I see Coke Wave. Yeah, well, we skipped Coke Wave 3. We went straight from 2 to 4. That's how high we was.
Let's get to it, man. Again, shout
It's
out
Black
King's
Friday
Movie,
at Ashley.
man. We really appreciate the content, man, keeping us up to date on that. Y'all make sure y'all go over there. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe like I just did. I thought because I'm on the other account. I'm on Lamonte Sims following. So we're going to stop sharing that, right? Let's get to the next one. So for the most part, man, New York just love these rats. Well, Harlem just love these rats. You know what I'm saying? Except a few, you know what I'm saying? So let's look, he definitely got out and got straight to work, visibility to let everybody know and talk that he's out. Damn, she almost taller than him. Let's go.
I look like a boss, I feel like a boss, I taste like a boss. Nigga, Max Bigger Val. I'm a boss. I'm not with that. It's never.
Okay, let's go. So he's definitely working. He's definitely doing that. So 50 Cent reacts to MaxB getting out. The whole industry seems to be supporting and happy for him. Cool. Well, I can see
Go.
You
can't get too close.
Let his kids go. Where's daughter?
Let's not get close to the gate, guys. They're gonna tell us to move.
Shout out to all Urban Central. Y'all go over there and hit that like button.
So if you guys been sleeping under a rock, MaxB just got released from prison yesterday after serving 15 years in the feds. He was supposed to get 75 years, but his time got reduced tremendously and he only ended up serving 16. He's actually been living it up. He was at the Jets game the other day. French Montana pulled up on him, and he's just been trying to get them 15 years that he's been locked up back. You know, when 50 Cent heard it, he had to get on the internet and troll Jim Jones because Jim Jones and MaxB are known enemies. 50 Cent posted a screenshot of the movie Belly with that hating dude that was eating a banana and wrote the caption, "Dude said Max's home is packed in Harlem. Jimmy about to drop a dime on these." LOL. Then he also posted a video of his DJ Who Kid, on FaceTime with MaxB.
What up, my dude? Oh. Welcome home, welcome home.
Thank you, man. Hey, yo, tell Boo-Boo I said what up.
Oh.
Tell the big homie Boo-Boo I said what up.
Oh, so let's work, man. He just dropped a new joint, so let's work. He's back in the studio. Let's work.
All right, say no more. I'm ready. Let's get it. I'm ready.
So the Jim Jones and MaxB issues is one of Harlem's craziest beefs. It's a story filled with loyalty, betrayal, and street politics that spilled into the music game. Now, before MaxB was yelling "Wavy Baby" and before Jim Jones was screaming "We Fly High," these two were actually family. They were moving together in the streets and in the booth until money, fame, and ego tore it all apart. Let's rewind it back to the early 2000s. Jim Jones was popping off with Dipset, running with Cameron and Jules Santana. He was already a Harlem legend, but he wanted to build his own movement, so he started a group called Byrd. That's when he linked with MaxB, the smooth talking dude fresh out of jail, with a voice like a melody and a swagger Harlem hadn't seen before. Max could write, he could sing, and he could rap. He was like 50 Cent meets Nate Dogg with a Harlem twist. Jim saw the potential. Max helped pen hooks for big songs like We Fly High. Yes, Ballin, one of Jim's biggest hits ever. But here's the thing, Max felt like he didn't get the credit or respect or the bag that came with it. That's where the storm started brewing. So picture this, Jim's living this rock star life, Byrd Gang doing shows, video, money flowing, but behind the scenes, MaxB starting to feel like, hold on, I'm the one writing these hits, but I ain't seeing that Ballin money. Rumors started flying that Max was signed under shady contracts, barely getting paid, and he felt like Jim was eating off his work without showing love. Max started talking slick in interviews, saying that he was the brains behind Jim Jones' success. And you know Jimmy didn't like this. They started dissing each other in songs, on DVDs, in the streets, you name it.
She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, cause she loves Max. She touched it in Miami.
MaxB dropped a couple of diss songs and started clowning Jim Jones for wearing tight jeans and calling him broke. Jim fired back with Let's Ride and started moving with Stax Bundle and Mel Matrix, trying to rebuild Byrd Gang without Max. It turned from a music beef to a real Harlem rivalry. But then things got darker. In 2009, MaxB got caught up in a robbery and a murder case in New Jersey, a setup gone wrong. He was sentenced to 75 years in prison. That basically ended the beef, but not before Max made sure he made his peace. Even from behind bars, he was still trolling Jim Jones, calling him Bum Jones and taking credit for the whole wave. Meanwhile, Jim Jones stayed on the grind, dropped Capo, did Love and Hip Hop, stayed relevant in the culture, but deep down, fans always knew Jim and Max together could have been a legendary Harlem duo. Instead, ego and street politics turned it into a cautionary tale. Fast forward, years later, MaxB's sentence got reduced. He's on.
That's something that y'all gotta pay attention to, man. It's nasty work, bro. That is always somebody. When something great come together, when people that look like us come together from nothing to create something and change our life and the lifestyle of somebody else, it's always somebody doing some kind of fuck. You know what I'm saying? Egos coming too. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to get everything in writing. And if they don't like the deal, I mean, they can counter with a different offer, or they could go on about their way. They have no contractual obligations. So salute to any who didn't take no contracts and who didn't feel obligated to, in this case, Byrd Gang Records or Diplomats, what it was. Salute to him. He has that right. But you can't later come back disgruntled and then still keep doing it, bro. Get on your foot. If you think you could get better, you value more, you value yourself better than what was offered, salute to you. Get to it. Don't be mad at him, because I don't see him getting a better deal than whatever he was offered. Jim Jones drops $200K on new chain for Mel Matrix.
On his way home, and surprisingly, Jim Jones started showing love. In interviews, he said there ain't no beef. Time heals everything. Even French Montana, who's Max's day one, said that they might patch it up. It's like two Harlem legends finally realizing that the way they created together still ripples through hip-hop today. So yeah, the beef was ugly, but legacy, iconic. And the history of beef between 50 Cent and Jim Jones dates back almost 20 years. Back in the mid-2000s, Jim Jones was running with Dipset, and 50 Cent was running the streets with G-Unit, dominating everything within the club and Get Rich or Die Trying. In 2007, 50 hops on the radio and calls Koch Record, the label Dipset was under, a graveyard for rappers. He basically said, if you ain't on a major, you dead. Jim Jones took that personally because Koch was his...
50 Cent was a house nigga for thinking that. Koch Records was giving artists like $6, $7, $8 per album. So these record labels is giving niggas, luckily, 8 to 12 cents off of every album sold. So don't hate another nigga getting his money independently. That's some hater shit, bro. That's kind of like that. You need the system and the government to do anything, nigga. That's like the EBT of music, bro. Mentality. Let's go.
Hustle. He built his bag independent. So boom, now Harlem and Queens officially got attention. Then in 2019, 50 Cent starts bringing up the 6ix9ine case, and he started posting paperwork saying Jim was individual number one, basically hinting that he was a snitch. Meanwhile, Jim Jones was trying to act like he was unbothered, going on podcasts and saying, man, they just on my dick.
Niggas be on my dick, right?
50 Cent kept calling him Love and Hip Hop Jimmy ever since he got on Love and Hip Hop, and he started poking fun at him, saying that he ain't really moving no CD sales, so he needs to do reality TV.
Calling Jim Jones right now. This bitch ain't answering. We go back to the gym right now. Right now. You know I just left the gym. We go back to the gym right now. I smoke her. Pick up your FaceTime, bitch. Where you at? You Harlem is ducking in Queens.
And even this year, 50 Cent posted a screenshot of Jimmy's new album sales talking about, damn, Jimmy sold less than my vitamin water cases last month.
I'm so afraid of Ja Rule, Jim Jones, and Freaky that I'm hiding out in Texas.
So yeah, man, Jim Jones and 50 Cent got the most entertaining Cold War in hip hop right now. Ain't no diss track, just memes, interviews, and shade. You think 50 Cent gonna keep trolling, or should Jim Jones spin the block with a diss?
Man, I think they both just getting their money, trolling each other, you know what I'm saying, to keep each other relevant, man. Keep the culture going, you know what I'm saying? So then, but while we talking about Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about MaxB, and we're going to get into that paperwork. So don't y'all leave, you know what I'm saying? Don't y'all leave, you know what I'm saying? Since we're talking about MaxB and Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? Let's go like this.
French and Max, will you work with MaxB when he gets out?
MaxB.
Okay.
Max got dick out of here.
All right. Okay. Has that conversation even come up though?
No, people don't play with me with that conversation. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing about that. That's the first thing I say. You heard?
Okay.
That's how you feel. That end the deal for anybody. There ain't no Max talking about conversation. Period.
Okay. French and Max, will you work?
So there it go. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy said that nigga Max could suck dick. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Max talk in business with me. You know what I'm saying? And hey, listen, rightfully so. He's entitled to feel how he feel. But in the meanwhile, MaxB is fresh out and he put a ring on it. She stayed there. He put a ring on it. Good looking girl. She stayed down. He got him a winner. It's just sad that that she got a rat. I guess these women, they want to have some mice, you know what I'm saying? But salute to her, man. Solid female, it appears, man. Good looking female. Down for her nigga when he was down and out. That's what being in a relationship is all about. He got him a winner. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're going to have some little mice. Let's go on the academics, though.
He's in Essex County Jail. Oh, we got Whack 100 calling back. Whack 100.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
What up?
I think we should just move towards eliminating snitching, period.
Only a rat would say some shit like that. Hey, I think we should just eliminate snitching from the rules, period. You're permitted to snitch. This is what type of time Whack 100 is on. He's been befriending all of these rats. He's been sicking rats on his enemies. And so now he's saying we should just, you know what I'm saying, just stop. We should just start allowing snitching, permitting snitching with no repercussions. That's because you're a rat. CS2 back is trying to change the street rules. This is nasty work.
Because depending on who it is, niggas gonna play dumb like they don't know what it is.
Whack, they're starting to say you're hating on all of our heroes because
all of who? That nigga ain't no hero.
Well,
that nigga was a sloppy drunk before he went to jail. Let's keep it gangster. Vlad even spoke on that. Vlad spoke on that today live. He said he was so fucking drunk at the video shoot, they just canceled it. He showed up to my interview sloppy. What you mean, hero? That's a strong word to use, bro.
Yeah, but I think they're waiting on you to be like, yo, this guy,
you know we ran this 18 months ago, right?
Yeah, but like
we exposed it. This is not nothing new.
Yeah, but after 20,
we ran this 18 months
he's
ago,
been locked
bro.
up since 2019. It's been 16, 17 years.
Fuck how long he been. We don't give a fuck. Ain't no expiration to tell it.
Yeah, but you know, after a certain time, certain things fall off your record.
Ain't no expiration in telling.
Yeah, but Whack,
see,
I don't think the streets deal with that. The streets don't deal with that no more.
Yo, ain't no expiration in telling. This is what I'm saying. Everybody needs to just stop and say, it's cool to tell, and it's cool. Because you read it, and everybody act like they don't know how to read.
I can't even take that no more, bro. Because you read it, and then people just act like they don't care. Yeah, they don't care because none of them are wolves. All of these dudes is sheep. These dudes ain't gonna hold a nigga accountable. You can mark them out, bitch them out, rob them, slap them. These bitch ass niggas ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, there's no repercussions, especially when these bitch ass niggas is looking for a handout or just trying to ride another nigga's way, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to the content, man. The paperwork. Enough of all of this CS2 back and whackademics. You know what I'm saying? So, State of New Jersey versus Charly Wingate. That's him, right? Charly Wingate. You could just Google his name and just the U.S. law pops up. Superior Court of New Jersey, Appellate Division, docket number A 2090/09T1 A/3757/09T1. State of New Jersey is the plaintiff and respondent versus Charly Wingate, aka MaxB. Charly Wingate, Big Gavel Wingate, MaxB Wingate. These all his aliases. You know what I'm saying? And State of New Jersey versus Kelvin Leardom, aka Sims Food. This ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Kelvin Anton Leardom. August 30th, 2012. Submitted March 27, 2012. Decided before judges Nugent Carson on appeal from the Superior Court of New Jersey, Law Division, Bergen County, indictment number 0706-1109. Joseph E. Krakora, public defender, attorney for appellant Kelvin Leardom. Confusion, designated counsel on the brief. John L. Melinelli, Bergen County prosecutor, appellate Charly Wingate filed a pro se supplemental brief. Okay, that means he represented himself on the supplemental brief. Maybe he had an attorney who filed the initial brief, but at some point he felt his attorney wasn't representing his interests and he filed his own shit. So, in the back-to-back appeals consolidated for purposes of this opinion, defendants Charly Wingate and Kelvin Leardom seek to overturn their convictions and sentences for kidnapping, robbing, and murdering David Taylor, kidnapping and robbing Alan Plowden, and kidnapping and robbing Giselle Neves. Wingate argues that his conviction should be reversed because the trial court erroneously declined to sever his trial from Leardom's trial, misapplied. Oh, Wingate wanted a severance. Same crime, different trial. You could picture what he said. Now, did I mention? Pac was telling us about these type of things. Misapplied his discretion when it refused to excuse a juror for cause, and improperly instructed the jury. Wingate also argues that the court erroneously denied his motion for a judgment of acquittal and imposed a manifestly excessive sentence. Right? We affirm the judgment of conviction of each defendant. The trial evidence presented by the state, including the testimony of co-conspirator Gina Conway, established the following facts. Wingate and Leardom were 28 and 21 years old, respectively. In September 2006, people knew them as brothers, but they may have been stepbrothers. Wingate's on-again, off-again girlfriend, Gina Conway, was an exotic dancer at the Bronx club named Sin City. He got a, I'm in love with a stripper, she poppin', One of the victims' attraction to Conway precipitated the events that culminated in another victim's homicide. Two of the victims, Alan Plowden and David Taylor, were partners in criminal enterprises that included mortgage, real estate, and credit card fraud. They drove expensive cars around New York City, and Plowden often carried a Louis Vuitton bag containing cash, sometimes as much as $40,000. On September 19, 2006, while in the Bronx, Plowden noticed Conway standing across the street. He introduced himself, then took her to a bar where they had a drink. Later, he took her to a hotel in Mahwah, New Jersey, where he unsuccessfully tried to seduce her. She wasn't trying to get a pussy up. Conway left the hotel room at approximately 4 a.m. and took a taxi to Sin City, where she met Wingate and gave him money. Then met a bouncer named Turan Golston, one with whom she left. 2 days later, on September 21st, the day before the homicide, Plowden phoned Conway, picked her up, and took her shopping in Bergen County. He was carrying a Louis Vuitton bag. During the shopping trip, Conway telephoned Wingate to make him jealous and told him what she was doing. After shopping, Conway accompanied Plowden to a hotel in Fort Lee. Plowden gave Conway a room key card. During their stay, Plowden opened the designer bag several times to impress Conway, who thought it contained approximately $50,000. Later that night, Plowden drove Conway to Manhattan, where he dropped her off. After dropping Conway off, Plowden met David Taylor and two women, spent the night in the club, and eventually returned to the Fort Lee Holiday Inn, where he shared a room with one of the women, Giselle Neves. Taylor shared a room in the same hotel with the other woman, Mady Castro. Before going to bed, Plowden hid all but $1,000 of his cash, as well as his wallet, jewelry, and car keys under the plastic liner of a trash can. He hid the remaining $1,000 under his bed's mattress and then went to bed while Neves showered. The crimes were committed in his room later that morning. Meanwhile, after Plowden dropped off Conway, she took a taxi to a basketball court near 135th Street and 5th Avenue, where she met Wingate and his friends at approximately 11 p.m. During the next couple of hours, she took an ecstasy pill and drank some Hennessy cognac, which made her high, but the degree of her intoxication seemed to rise and fall. She told Wingate about Plowden's money. When he asked how much, she replied, a lot. Wingate then said he was going to give him. Oh, I'm going to give him. When Conway understood, which Conway understood as meaning that Wingate was going to get Plowden's money. Wingate asked Conway where Plowden was, and she told him Plowden was probably at a club. She also told him where Plowden was staying. Wingate telephoned Leardom, who arrived a few minutes later and spoke with Wingate. When they finished speaking, Wingate told Conway to go with Leardom and take him to the hotel where Plowden was staying. According to Conway, Wingate did not intend to use force, but rather intended to steal the money while Plowden was at the club. Shamel Foy, the only witness to testify on behalf of the defense, said he was at the basketball court and saw Wingate and Conway, but not Leardom. The group left the basketball court and Leardom tried to get a car, but he was unable to find one suitable for his purposes. Wingate called the cell phone too of a taxi driver, Mohammed Mbuge, and asked Mbinge to drive his brother and his girlfriend to New Jersey. Mbinge drove Leardom and Conway to New Jersey, but stopped for gas on the way. While Leardom went into the store at the gas station, Wingate pulled up in a car and told Conway that if she pulled it off, he would love her forever. Mbinge, Leardom and Conway arrived at the Fort Lee Holiday Inn at approximately 4:30 in the morning, after mistakenly going to two other Holiday Inn hotels. During the journey, 3 calls were placed from Leardom's cell phone to the Holiday Inn reservation line. Upon their arrival, Conway spotted Plowden's car and told Leardom that Plowden had returned. Leardom told Mbinge to wait, and Leardom and Conway entered the Holiday Inn. On the way to Plowden's room, Leardom put on gloves, took duct tape from his pocket, and displayed a handgun. How could you have planned to just steal something easily, but you got all of this with you? That was kind of incriminating that you had and were prepared for otherwise. Conway, who had not seen any of these items previously, became nervous because this was not part of the plan. When they arrived at Plowden's room, Leardom told Conway to use her key card to open the door, but it did not work. Conway called Plowden's cell phone and could hear it ringing, but Plowden did not respond. Conway knocked on the door. Neves answered, told Conway and Leardom that Plowden was sleeping and tried to close the door. Conway used her foot to prevent the door from closing, and she and Leardom entered the room. Once inside, Leardom got Neves by the hair, pointed the gun at her head, and demanded the money and Plowden's car keys. Conway searched the room. Plowden continued to sleep. He don't even know that he done got lined up by the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Plowden continued to sleep. Leardom shoved Neves into the bathroom and told Conway to tape her up, which Conway did, duct taping Neves' wrists, mouth, and ankles. Neves got a good look at Leardom and noticed a scar on the left side of his face. Conway woke Plowden. Leardom told Plowden not to look at him or he would be shot. So Plowden turned away and Conway duct taped his hands and eyes. Plowden told them about the money under the mattress while Conway and Leardom searched the room. Plowden, who was on the floor covered by a comforter, was able to lift part of the duct tape from his eyes, peek, and see what was going on. He eventually told Leardom and Conway that the rest of the money was downstairs in a friend's room. Holding the gun to Plowden's head, Leardom forced Plowden to call Taylor. When Taylor arrived at the room, he knocked on the door and Conway opened it. He lined this homie up. So his homie, who's supposed to have the other money, Leardom stood behind the door with the gun. When Taylor entered, Leardom pointed the gun at his face. Taylor reached for the gun. It discharged and Taylor fell dead. According to the Byrd County medical examiner who conducted the autopsy, Taylor had stripling 3 on his face and 2 of his fingers and a gunshot wound in his mouth. Taylor had died from an intraoral gunshot wound to his head and his neck. Conway collected items from the room, including cell phones, a laptop, computer, and new clothes that Plowden had purchased the day before. She then went through Taylor's pockets and took $800. Leardom took Taylor's watch and changed into one of Plowden's shirts and suit jacket. Leardom then struck Plowden in the face with the gun, and Conway took Neve's purse and threatened to kill Neves and her family. Before leaving, Leardom and Conway told Plowden they were going to Taylor's room, and if the money was not there, they would come back and kill him. Plowden managed to free himself and chase after Leardom and Conway. He caught and punched Conway, but when she screamed and Leardom turned toward him with the gun, he retreated. When Leardom and Conway returned to Mbinge's car, Mbinge noticed that Leardom was wearing new clothes. Mbinge drove Leardom and Conway back to Leardom's apartment in New York City, where Leardom phoned Wingate. Conway took a bag containing items stolen from the hotel room and went to Sin City, where she met Golston and later took a bus with him to his apartment in Bloomfield, New Jersey. She left the bag at his apartment, took another bag, and went to the home of Wingate's sister-in-law. While there, she telephoned Wingate, who said he was sorry for what had happened and would take care of her. During the ensuing police investigation, Plowden not only failed to identify Leardom from two photo arrays, but identified the picture of another man the police had used as a filler. Detectives interviewed Golston and retrieved the bag that Conway had left at Golston's house. The bag contained 2 Holiday Inn key cards, cell phones, a laptop, car keys, clothing, a wallet, and a camera. When detectives arrested Conway, she gave them a statement implicating Wingate and Leardom. So she get down on them. But it's crazy because when you get down here, we ain't finna get into all the legal arguments. We gonna keep it real short for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it real short for y'all, man, and get to the meat on the bones. You know what I'm saying? So that's all about jury instruction, right? Suggest the absence of factual. Let me see, committed. All right, theft. Okay, a person commits robbery. And the first. All right, here we go. I think this is where it's at, right? In the first point of his initial brief and in his pro se brief, Wingate contends, MaxB contends that the trial judge erroneously denied his motion for a judgment of acquittal at the conclusion of the state's case because the state's evidence did not prove that he had the intent to participate in a robbery of Alan Plowden and aided Leardom and Conway in the shooting and robbery of David Taylor and the kidnapping of Giselle Neves and Alan Plowden. In his pro se brief, Wingate argues that the state failed to prove he possessed a weapon for an unlawful purpose and failed to prove that he conspired to commit robbery. He argues now, as he did before the trial court on a motion for a judgment of acquittal, that the state's case demonstrated his intent to commit burglary and theft, but nothing else. So that was some more of why he was saying that emphasizing Conway told Conway said. All right, lastly, Wingate argues that the trial court's imposition of sentences above the statutory mandatory minimum sentences cannot be supported by qualitative analysis of the aggravating and mitigating factors. Wingate also argues that the court erred by imposing sentences for Wingate's kidnapping convictions that were consecutive to his robbery convictions and failed to take into consideration the real-time consequences of mandatory parole ineligibility periods. And then it goes into the courts having discretion and all of that. At sentencing, the trial court found no mitigating factors and 3 aggravating factors: the risk the defendant will commit another offense, the extent of the defendant's prior record, and the need for deterrence. In deciding to impose more than the mandatory minimum sentence, the court stated, all right, so then it says, Wingate, let's blow this up for y'all, because this is the MaxB, the wave, the wave of rats that has hit Harlem, New York. Wingate's argument that he cooperated with law enforcement authorities is also devoid of merit. So hold on, Wingate had previously been convicted previously of first-degree armed robbery, and he has been released from custody only 1 year before committing the current offenses. Those circumstances supported the court's finding of a risk of a reoccurrence. On the other hand, Wingate's assertion that he would have nothing further to do with Conway was of little moment. There was no evidence that Conway initiated the conspiracy or enlisted Lyrdom to commit the robbery. There was certainly no evidence that Conway had anything to do with the previous armed robbery that Wingate committed. Wingate's argument that he cooperated with law enforcement authorities is also devoid of merit. So he's admitting that he cooperated with law enforcement. It was Conway, not Wingate, who admitted her complicity in the crimes and testified against Lyrdom and Wingate. The statement Wingate provided to law enforcement authorities about Conway's whereabouts can hardly be deemed cooperation. You didn't snitch enough. You just told us where the bitch was at. You just told us where the bitch was at. So police catch you and you tell them where the bitch at. The bitch that you told you'll love if she make this go on. These the selfish piece of shit rat scum that pervade and infest the streets of Harlem, New York. Big old rats. Big rats. Y'all think this is a real nigga, right? Y'all shower this nigga with love, admiration. He popping it. And y'all like the knockoff versions of what a street nigga is. Halfway crooks. Scared to look, you shook ones. Mobb Deep told us about these type of niggas years before. This is the age of killer rats, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that will knock you down and then tell so they could get out and knock somebody else down. And this is a product of government policies that reward these pieces of shit. And it's a result of policies in Harlem, New York that reward these rats. Welcome them with open arms. We outside. Damn. You talk about Alpo. You talk about Nicky Barnes. You can keep going on and on and on. New York, Harlem, New York culture is rat culture. And if any of you niggas is getting money with these Harlem niggas, I pray for y'all. But make sure when it goes left, don't be sending us to work and, oh man, this nigga did that, because we ain't gonna run it. If you seen this and you dealing with these pieces of shit, giving them an opportunity to knock you down, you deserve everything you got coming, because you knew now. First, you didn't know. Now you do. We just read the work. He cooperated with law enforcement and ratted on the bitch. We out of here. Damu, Kiwe. Conversation. DUSE M.